Hi, ladies. How are you? How is everyone? How are you? How are you? How is everyone? Hi, Caitlin. Long time no see. How are you? Hi, Care. Hi, Vicky. Hi, Jessica. How are you? I hope you guys are all doing well. So tell me about your week. Has everybody had a good week? I was just trying to clean off my desk for a minute, and it is a mess as usual. Can everyone hear me? I know, right? It's Aloha Friday. It is so Aloha Friday. I'm so ready. Kick off your shoes and relax. Hi, Rhonda. Hi, Suze. Let me see if I can make my screen bigger. So how's everybody? I think I have not worked. I have done just a tiny bit of arting this week. Not a lot. And I have been, oh, the sound is good. Oh, good. Hi, Kate. Hi, Julia. Hi, Lynn. Hi, Carla. Hi, Carol. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Jane. Hi, Jilly. So today, I thought, hi, Mitz. Today, I think I'm going to work on, hey, Vic. Today, I think I'm going to make some art postcards. I have done very little arting this week. I have been entrenched in tremendous calamari, and can I tell you, you guys, I mean, like, nitty-gritty calamari, like when you're like sorting images and sorting, you know, just all the stuff that I have kept, and I'm like over it. Hi, Kathy. Somebody gave me a thumbs down already. It's okay, Lynn. You know, you can't, it doesn't matter. So I was going through some junk mail, and you know, I have my friend who sends me junk mail, or brings me her junk mail. So I'm going to paint these out to make my postcards. You had a busy day organizing your craft supplies and you fell on your face? What? Oh no. You thought your third eye needed to see. Oh my gosh. Kara, I hope you're okay. What are we saying? Cool, Vicky? What did Vicky do? Hey, Anne. Sorry, but Kara, that's horrible. I'm so sorry. Kate is your daughter's name? Well, that's awesome. So if you guys want to make along, I'm going to make some art postcards. I got a bunch of magazines. Have you guys all been getting your free cycle magazines? I am like, I'm golden with my free cycle. Hi, Trish. You got a pot of coffee and a clean desk? Hey, I got a cup of coffee and then not a clean desk, but it's cleaner than normal. I moved all because I am still working on my little junk journals. I moved them all off. And I went and got my gesso. You guys, I craft all over my house. My house is tiny, and so I honestly don't sit here and craft. I craft in here. I don't know. When my littlest one is home, I craft in here with her because she likes to watch her shows, and I hang out with her in here. Hey, Scotty. Hi, Amanda. Happy to see you. Craft slow so you can get it done. Oh my gosh, Kathy, I am like over myself. How many of you guys are just like, you have so much, so many unfinished projects? That is me. I have got so many unfinished projects. And what becomes self-evident to me, because I do craft all over my space or all over my house, it's like I'll be working on a project and I'll finish, like, maybe, because I like to make multiples of things. Do you guys all make multiples? Like, making things one at a time is not my forte. I'm going to move these magazines. Making things one at a time is not my forte. So I make a bunch of stuff at once, and then I'll finish one or two of them. But say I started like 4 or 5 of them, I'll have like 2 or 3 in process. So as I've been going through and doing my cleanup, my really deep cleanup, which, guys, I've made such a mess. It's like worse. That I've been going through all the boxes, you know, just meticulously going through them. I've realized that I have many more unfinished projects than, so I'm hoping I'm going to get some of those done. But in all honesty, I felt like something that wasn't going to give me a whole lot of, hi Liz, wasn't going to give me a whole lot of grief, so art postcards it is. Hi Cassandra. I'm just using, this is just gesso, but you could use white acrylic paint. This is like Liquitex gesso. So that is what's going on in my world. So I'm just going to maybe give it more than one gesso coat, and then you cleaned out your Gmail. You had 30,000 emails. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. I'm gonna make some, Diana. I'm gonna make some art postcards. I am going to make just some collage postcards, just for no reason and for no I don't know what they're gonna look like. I did my middle daughter actually devoted yesterday and helped me do some real deep cleaning out. Like, I was sorting magazine images and she was really super helpful. And I recycled like a ton. I took a ton of stuff to the recycling center of magazine pages and magazines and papers and stuff that I'm just not gonna, that I have an overabundance of. Magazines that I didn't really tear too much out of, I just take a lot of, we have a recycling center that you can take it where they actually just recycle it. But other magazines where people might use them as art supplies, we have another place where you could take those. So I took some there, took some books. I took like a couple of boxes of books to let go of, and it was crazy. Hi Ann, how are you? You gave me a thumbs up to counter my thumbs down. You guys, it doesn't matter. You know, thumbs up, thumbs down, it actually registers the same as on YouTube. It's as engagement. I told you guys I have that crazy stalker that, or I did have a crazy stalker that told me it was her mission in life to give me a thumbs down. So it's probably her. She comes to give me a thumbs down. I don't know her personally, never met her, but she told me that everybody deserved some thumbs down. So, whatever. You just gotta go with it. Gotta go with it. So you guys, for those of you that like live streaming, tonight Meridel Abrams is on right now. You guys could go over and say hi to her. I was over for a minute. I didn't get to stay long because I didn't get on here very, usually I try to get on here early, but I didn't today. You know what I mean? Get set up earlier and I can go over and chat with her. We just chatted a little bit. But her channel is called The Mary Attier, and she's awesome. And hi, Trace. You lurking good. It sounds like your last principal. Oh, no, Scotty. You know what? It's like ridiculous. And people take this YouTube thing a little too seriously, I think, in my world. You know, it's like, it's for enjoyment. If you don't like something, switch channels. You know, that's my view. But I've come to believe that people leave their manners when they get on social media, because you know as well as I do, they would never say something negative to you if they saw you in person. Hi, Joyce. How are you? So the Mary Attier's on tonight, and I love her. That's Meridel Abrams. And Stacy from Pink Poodle Crafters will be on in a little bit. I don't know who else is. It. How are you, Miss Caitlin? What is WR? What's wrong? What is wrong with people? I know. You know what? They haven't figured out that what they put out is what they get back. So, because I figured it out a long time ago. So, when I was really young. So, I don't vote on being discouraging or mean to anyone ever. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. Guys, I had this boss once, and he was just he was the kind of person that really was just so, he only liked when people were really miserable. And so he was really mean all the time to everyone. And I was the supervisor, so I would take the brunt of it. You teach your students digital citizenship. Wow, that's awesome. So anyway, this boss that I had, he would just like, he loved it. He was like a sadist. I mean, he just loved, like, he didn't want ever, and it was a sales job, you guys. I ran this big company, and he was just, the more successful he got, the more he was like horrible. And finally one day, I woke up and I was really great with all the people that worked there. I mean, some of them are, any sort of sales jobs are always really competitive, and I had a huge team. I ran multiple locations. He had like 5 locations, and he was the GM for all 5. And, you know, you can only motivate people with positive energy. You know, negative energy doesn't get you the results you wanted. So one day I woke up without another job to go to. I woke up one day and I just said, I'm not doing this anymore. I said, this is just not working for me. I said, there's no amount of money that's worth, you know, it was almost like trying to make up for his bad nature and just try to keep the business going. So I quit. You guys, I never quit anything. I'm not a quitter. But I was doing my internal process, doing my woo-woo. I was guided to that job by the woo-woo. So I was doing my internal process. And the day that I could stand next to him and love him unconditionally, like really love him, like this love exuded out of me like I have never experienced. It was like, you guys, I loved him so much. It was like, I can only imagine it was like, it's like how you feel for your children, but how you feel for your children comes when you have them or adopt them or whatever, right? And it comes through loving experiences. You guys, there was nothing loving about this person. Nothing. He was not loving in any way. And I stood next to him and I just loved. I mean, this love came out of me. I can't even describe it to you. So much so that I was just blissfully happy. I was in this bliss state and it pissed him off. He was like, oh, it made him really angry. And I called Hottie up. I said, I don't know what's going on with me, but you guys, I was having to work on myself every single day. Every single day I felt like I was going to a war zone. So I stood there and I loved him unconditionally and I knew I could leave. I knew it was done. So the next week I left. Since then his job is gone. His business has gone downhill. So I'm missing what you said. Who's getting key limes? Hey, Kathy. Hey, Linda Mac. If I didn't say hi to you guys, say hi to me. In caps so I can see it. Hey, Hottie Po. Yeah, I need some coffee. You guys hang on a second. There's somebody at my door. Hold on. Just give me a second. I'm sorry. Because the dog's not going to stop barking until... Hang on. I'm sorry. Charlie, stop. Who is it? Hello? Hello? Charlie, come on, Pepin. I'm sorry, you guys. That was the little kids that play with my daughter every day. Guys, they are missing her so much. They had to come and knock on the door for me to just call her up and tell. They wanted, they wanted me to tell her. And I know if I didn't go answer the door, they just keep knocking. Now, you guys, she's not coming home for another. Oh my gosh, let's see. We have 2 more weeks, and they came. And they came just to tell me. They came to tell me that hey Jilly, they came to tell me that the kids miss her. So I can't see any sense in being rude or mean to anybody. you know, ever. You guys, I think when I was growing up, my mother would have spanked me. I'm from the South. My mother would have whipped my butt. My mother would have whipped my butt if I was rude with anybody. She was like, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything. How many of you guys were brought up like that? I'm sorry, Caitlin. So Charlie is missing the kids. Now the dog's barking outside of the dogs across the street. Charlie is missing the kids. Yesterday the kids were playing outside and Charlie was running back and forth like in our yard. And the thing is that I don't personally feel like running out there with them or I'd go outside, but Charlie's missing the kids too because she thinks she's one of them. So Charlie is running back and forth in the fence. She was yesterday while they were riding their bicycles. Okay. So these have to dry a little bit before I can start putting stuff on them. You guys don't have to collage your postcards. I mean, you don't have to paint them if you don't want to. Hey, Joni, how are you? Hey, Sherry. Your daughter got out of surgery, Sherry? Oh, we're sending her love. It's hot here, you guys. It's not normal for us, but it's hot here. All right, so I'm going to cut mine too. Now that I've painted them, I'm going to go ahead and I'll cut them. So, I thought I had a ruler here. Guys, I always... So my goal this next calamariing session is to really only keep things I think I'm going to possibly use. Because, you guys, I have so much stuff that I have saved, and I can't possibly use it as fast as I have it. How many of you guys are like that? And usually I do a bunch of classes, and I didn't do as many this year. Hi, Jean. How's your aunt and uncle, Mama? They've been in my prayers. They have been in my prayers. Oh, Sherry, sending your daughter love. Sending your daughter so much love. How many of you guys did the inner child meditation I posted last week? Did any of you guys go and do it? The cards are 4x6. That's what I'm making. Those are standard size postcards. You can make them any size you want. I just find that works for me. How many of you guys are missing Carla Cage fish like I am? Usually you guys, like, it's like so silly, but I'm like stuck in my own like ways too sometimes, you know, like I missed her this week. You did, you bawled for an hour? You bawled for an hour? Your uncle got out today. Oh, that's good news, Jane. 4x6. You bawled today for what? Why did you bawl? Oh, you did it? Oh, you did the inner child meditation and you bawled for an hour? Okay, so I want to tell you guys, those of you that are brave enough to do it. If you can do it twice a day, you guys, it will change your life. If you can do it twice a day, every day, it will change your life. It opens up this realm of talking to your higher self, your inner voice. Hi, Elizabeth. You're working with it every few days, Rhonda? Oh, good. You did it too? You watched her on a replay? Okay. Hey, Lynn. You're multitasking? Oh, good. No, Sherry, the meditation is a link in the last live stream we did. The meditation is a link in the last live stream. So these are 4x6. They don't have to be 4x6. You can make them any size you want. You trying to get the baby to go to sleep? Well, good for you. Oh, Liz, you're so sweet. You guys, if you guys watch that inner child, if you listen to that inner child meditation, I'm telling you, and it wasn't me, I wasn't doing it. I mean, I could do an inner child meditation, but I love the man that did that inner child meditation. I was really fortunate enough to take a class with before he died. He didn't die, before he retired. And I took a class with him like, oh gosh, you guys, probably 10 years ago. And he is such a powerful person. He is such a loving, kind, powerful person. But that meditation is amazing. That meditation is such a good meditation. I can't even tell you. You guys make your postcards any size you want. 4x6 just happens to be the size that you can mail easily. Yeah, the link is posted in the comments. And it says inner child. It's actually posted in the comments of this video too, I think. I didn't take it out. Well, I'm just telling you, if you guys, because the thing is that once you really get to know yourself, which we all, it's a process. You can release all the energies that you don't want, but you need the cooperation of your inner self, your inner life. The Hawaiians call it your unihipili, your inner child. So usually I would take this to my paper cutter and cut it so that it's really, they're all the same. But you guys, I told you I had that big monster that my hottie one day came home and goes, I got a surprise for you. And I thought I thought we were going to go do something really romantic. He was like, we were going somewhere. Guys, we went to like somebody's business that was like closing their business down, and he bought me. He'd seen an ad somewhere on Craigslist that somebody was selling their office supplies, and they had a huge commercial guillotine cutter, you know, like paper cutter, and that's what he bought me. So that's how romantic it was. He went and bought me a guillotine paper cutter. You guys are so funny. Yeah, I hope everyone's healing and getting better too. Woo, good for you, Trish. You can put a lot through a Sizzix thing. I've done fabric. I've made fabric tags. You know that Sizzix flower dye? That oh my gosh. You know, it's a multiple, it's a Tim Holtz flower dye. I can't think of the name of it. It's Tattered Florals, I think it's called. I've used that numerous times and put it through, put those, I got a bunch of upholstery samples. I told you guys my upholstery sample ridiculousness, how I went to get some upholstery samples and it ended up being a carload, and it was so ridiculous. Anyway, so I've used it and cut upholstery samples into those flowers and cut them. Okay. Shelley, did the paper cutter have your principal's tie in it? No, but it could have. Your hubby brought you a bucket of rusty metal. Oh, he loves you, Jean. That's romance, right? Mine got me a guillotine paper cutter and yours got you rusty. Hey, Hottie Po. Love you, girl. How's your finger? Your brother's going to give you a 5-gallon bucket of metal bushings and stuff. Oh, good. A Cricut Air 2 can cut fabric. Ooh, good for you, Caitlin. I'm not up on, you guys, I'm not really up on die cutting machines. I just know the one I have. And I've had it for quite a while. Hey, Becky. The white liquid is gesso, but you could use really cheap acrylic paint. You don't have to use gesso. You could use what you have, okay? So, Scotty, how did your doctor's appointment go? Anyway, for those of you that are interested in that sort of thing, that inner child meditation, it really works. It can really help you to release a lot of things you have going on. Stuff that you're just not sure of, or it really works. Your hubby bought you a palm sander? Oh, that's awesome. Trace needs donuts, Heidi. Can you get her some donuts while you're at the store? Yours got you a flower press, Jess? That's awesome. Good night, Julia. We love you. You're eating donut holes. Oh, yum. Trish says, Jesso's on clearance at Hobby Lobby, $25. It was normally $25 and it's on sale for $6. Guys, I've had the same gesso forever. I use it I use it on my fine art. I am gonna, how many of you guys are putting on your calendar, on your list of use it or lose it supplies? These magazine pages, I think, came from Scotty. Because I'm seriously, I'm calamaring so thoroughly that I'm down to calamaring magazine pages. Like, I'm going through the ones that I've saved, and if I don't think I'm going to use them, I'm releasing them to the universe. Is that crazy? You guys, I am like, seriously, I'm letting go. I'm kind of anticipating that we're going to move, and I'm not quite sure when. I put it out there that I want to move, but it hasn't happened. You guys, I swear I think I need to be in real estate. So I found another place. I'm even afraid to say it out loud, but I can say it now, I guess, because it's gone. So I found another place, and it had been on the market for a good long time. This is like actually 3 or 4 in a row that's happened. And I called the real estate agent, and she set up a time for me to go see it. And before I could even go see it, it sold. And it had been on the market for over a year. I mean, they took an offer on it, and I just said, and they were like, well, if you can beat that offer. And I said, I haven't even seen the place, and that's definitely not my style to get myself in a bidding war for anything. So I was like, no, thank you. I'll have more room, no need to purge. Well, Jane, you know what it is, though, too, for me, because I've moved my craft room so many times, or I've moved it back and forth, I've actually packed stuff away in boxes that when I go to, like, when I see it, I'm like, oh my gosh, no wonder I could, it's like, it also feels like new supplies when you see it. How many of you guys do that? You can put your stuff away, and then you go, oh, new supplies. So these are some bits and pieces I think I'm going to use. And this, I may or may not, but I liked them, so I thought, you know what, I like this. This is the Biltmore. I loved this. The Biltmore. I was thinking I might use it on Liz. I don't want to get any grief. I am fussy cut. Guys, I think I fussy cut better with big scissors. Everybody has their own weirdnesses. I think I cut better with big scissors. So these I'm going to use. Why did I save this? I saved this for the ballet dancer. Isn't she awesome? I only want her, though. I don't want him. So I have a whole bunch of, I've been seriously doing so much serious calamari. That's crazy. You have a box of new supplies? Yes, I know, right? Trish, your space looks awesome. Your new thing looks amazing. I love it. So anyway, I love this stained glass window. That's why I'm saving this one. That's why I saved this for the stained glass window. And let's see. This isn't bad up here either. This bit of sky. It's awesome too. You guys, trust me, I have plenty of stuff to make collage postcards with. But when I was going through my calamari yesterday, I had made a pile of a few magazine pages that I really loved. I was like, okay, I'm definitely going to use those. So now I just need to decide. I just need to decide what and how I'm going to do it. I love this. Let me see. Oh, Trace, I loved your video. Did you guys go over and watch Trace's reverse collage video today? I watched it today when I was in the bank. I was watching from the bank. Watched it from the bank. I was in the bank, running my errands, and it popped up in my thing, and I was like, oh, gonna watch Tracy's. Gonna watch her video, and I loved it. Thought it was excellent. Excellent. How many of you guys have watched Tracy's, or watching her do her reverse collage? She's going for it. She is going for her reverse collage. She has got it going on. You guys, I also find that if I give myself too many things to work with, how many of you guys are like this? If you have too many options, too many options don't, or like too many, too many options are too much. How many of the rest of you were like that, or is it just me? Okay, I like that. These are some things that I stamped. Gotta have my circles, you guys. I gotta have my my circles, my, what do you want to call it? My, what is it called, you guys? Concentric circles. My Carla circle stamp. Gotta have that. I need some wax paper. Tracy's amazing, I know, right? She makes me want to do that reverse collage book. I haven't I haven't started that project, that Dee Willingham project. How many of you guys have Ustream channels? How many of you guys have Ustream channels and got the notification that they're now going to start charging you to be on Ustream? Oh my gosh, I have a friend that has like a Ustream channel that's not an artist, and he's just pissed, you know? He's been on there for years. And he's like, it's not so much that he minds paying, but he knows that the people that watch him and when he live streams, you know, so I don't know. I was talking with him about it. He was like, he was not a happy camper. Okay. He was so not happy. He was like, he gave me like an earful. He was like giving me the whole 411 about, he was giving me the 411 about, you know, that they've known it's been going to come for, they've known it was coming for a while, but he goes, I think we've all been in denial. And I was like, I don't think anyone's been in denial. I just think that, you know, like everyone else, you know, everybody enjoys the Ustream, the whole thing. I don't think anybody's been in denial about it. I just think that they've just, you know, we kind of hoped that they were going to remain that way. But I guess they don't make as much money on their ads as YouTube does. I don't know. You're speaking of concentric circles and what? Yeah, I saw that about Etsy. I don't know about that either, you guys. I think everybody's going to have to start doing their own Shopify thing. How many of you guys have Etsy channels that are, I mean, Etsy's, yeah, Etsy, I think everybody's pissed about Etsy because, and I haven't read all of it, so I'm only commenting on what I think I know, which may not be right, so you guys please fill me in if I'm wrong. Etsy is raising their fees. I think what people are upset about, it's not that they're raising their fees, it's just that they're going to take a percentage of your shipping, right? Am I wrong? Am I wrong about that? Oh, Kara, I loved seeing you with Lizzie. I love her. She is such the real deal. She is like such a good person. She like makes you like, don't you want her as a neighbor? I would. I would love Elizabeth Brewer as my neighbor. How many of you guys would love Scrap and Lizzie as your neighbor? I would. So, I don't know. I think that everyone is like a little bit upset about the fees and about the shipping fees. Like Etsy's taking a piece of your shipping fees. So I guess to compensate it, you have to raise your prices. I mean, I don't know. You guys, I'm so used to selling stuff on Amazon. They take a piece of everything. So I can't even be upset about it. It's like I just look at it like they give you a venue to sell. So you just got to, you know. I don't know. How many of you guys have Etsy shops and that's going to affect you tremendously? Like, you'd be at her house crafting every day. Oh, they figure people overcharge. They charge low prices and they overcharge on the shipping. Yeah, but I think there's like a way to go around it. I mean, I think there's probably a way to figure it out. I haven't had a Shopify shop, but I have friends that have had them and they love it. I also have a friend that just sells on Facebook. They're going from 3% to 5% on Etsy. I didn't read the percentage parts of it yet. I just know that I'm in a forum of people that talk about it, and I got like dinged. You know something's up when you're in a forum of people, and then you get dinged bunches of messages from different groups of different people. Okay, it needs something here. Need something here. Then I can leave it and come back and see what else I can. I kind of wanted to, let me see if this works. I have this idea. Do you guys ever have an idea in your head and you think, oh, this will be good, and then you do it and you go, that's not what I wanted. That's kind of where I'm at right now with this, but I'm going to try it anyway because it's just an art postcard. It doesn't matter. It is just an art postcard. You have Etsy, Cassandra? Well, Kara's just telling you what it is. You've closed your shop, Kath? Why have you closed your shop? Have you closed it because of lack of sales, or have you closed it? I want Lizzie as my neighbor, definitely. Okay, what do you say? Let's see. Hey, Renee. I don't know what Facebook charges for a business page. Does anybody else know what Facebook charges for a business page? Does anybody know what Facebook charges for a business page? Okay, this is either going to be fabulous or fail, or an epic fail. So we'll see. It'll either be fabulous or fail. I don't know what they charge. Does anybody else know what they charge? You know what? Somebody else told me that they sell using their Instagram. Have any of you guys done that? Do any of you guys sell from your Instagram? Does anybody do that besides Who is it that I met? Somebody recently told me they sell from their Instagram. Guys, I can't think of it off the top of my head. But I've met people that sell, they like selling from their Instagram better. They say they get much more, they get a lot more traffic and get a lot more interaction. And I guess Instagram doesn't have the same issues as Facebook where their Charlie, stop. Enough. I guess Instagram doesn't have the same issues as Facebook as far as like choosing who's in your Facebook feed or how it works. But honestly, since I don't do it, I can't really comment firsthand. You can't find time to manage your Instagram? Well, I mean, I think it just depends. Like, let me think of who. The potter that I bought my cups from, Sandy Dennis, she sells from her. Now I'm liking that. I mean, I could probably add some more to it, but I'm liking it. You know, I haven't sold from Instagram, so I can't tell you. People do sell on YouTube. I think Carla Cage Fish, that's the only place she sells, I think, is on YouTube. Am I wrong? Does she sell does she do it somewhere else? So I'm not up on the ins and outs of Instagram or on the ins and outs of better places to sell things. I am really not up on it. But I do know that a lot of people are super upset about the Etsy thing. I know that some people are having their own, like, they're really not happy with, you know, how some things are working on. How some things are working with Facebook. I know that for the lady that I bought my pottery, the mugs from, Sandy, she was saying that she just gets a lot more feedback and she gets a lot more stuff from, more stuff from Instagram. So I'm like, oh, awesome, good for you. So for those of you that did Recycle Bank, Esquire Magazine has some great images. Hey, Cheryl. Caitlin's saying, yes, you have to really boost your business page on Facebook and keep boosting posts for it to go further. That's where the costs come in. Okay, there you go. Caitlin knows. She knows more than me because I'm not up on it. I honestly don't know any of it. I'm not up on the sales page stuff. I'm so not up on it. I like that. I just know that Etsy's such a small venue for, I mean, they do a good job of getting the name Etsy out there. The search engine, I used to sell a long time ago on Etsy, and I did fairly well. But the search engine itself has changed and shifted as technology has. And I would say that, I don't know. I don't have the same experience as I used to. And honestly, I don't promote myself, you guys. I don't do any promotion. I do very little. But I think if you want to sell supplies, I think it's awesome. But I think as far as like handmade things, like I used to make really nice jewelry. And I would say, and then I would sometimes de-stash in my shop. Now I would sell some of the jewelry, but I would say the lower end price points, like under $50, sold better. And I would say that I was just looking to see if I saw like some gentleman at like a image that I loved from here. I would say that anytime I destash supplies, the one thing I do think Etsy is good for, and this might help for those of you that want to put up like classes and stuff on Etsy, they do have that automatic, they also have a thing where it automatically, you can make your settings to where it automatically, oh, I like this. Not because it says butterfly color, but I like the image. They set it up where you can, it automatically, I like his clothes. They set it up where it automatically can renew your listing without you having to do it. And you can set it up where if you do a tutorial and it's a digital download or a PDF, that it'll do automated. So I think from that standpoint, as far as like not having, as far as not having to like manually go through and do your store, every single time somebody buys something from you, having to manually update it, I think that's great. And I think those are digital downloads, so those are type of thing. Those type things are not going to be, the postage thing won't enter into it. So I think from that standpoint, it's really cool. I like the snake. Might be too much green for a postcard, but I like it. Anyway, so I don't know. You guys, I really don't know anything. I just say you gotta go with what works for you. And I think all of us have different sort of needs and stuff as far as businesses go and how you want to run your business or what you want to do. So I don't know. So I say find what works for you. I say since we all have so many different ideas and different things of what works for us, I say find what works for you. Oh, I have this image. Let me see if I can find it. I just saw it. Where did I put it? This is what happens when you craft in too small of a space. What drove people to look what they didn't buy? What they didn't buy? What are you talking about? I missed the thing. Go away, snakes. You guys are hilarious. Yeah, the world competition on Etsy is a little bit, what you have to do is you'd have to like really promote yourself, like doing in your YouTube or doing stuff like that. You have the fashion business page? Oh, that sounds great. That sounds super awesome. You guys, I've been saving this image. I don't know if it'll go with this, but I'm saving it. I just need one more thing to go on it. I need something else. I have a friend and she has she had a really amazing Etsy shop. Like she put a ton of energy into her Etsy shop, and she's had it on there for like 10 or 11 years. And she used to do it like she used to use her Facebook personal page, and she would just show people what she was going to sell. She makes these like vintage collage style coats, and they're gorgeous. And she used to be able to drive, like she would sell out. She would basically sell out every single time and she would do it like monthly. I mean, she actually made a living doing it. I like this pattern. Maybe that pattern will go in there. I don't know. Really hefty living. And she put so much energy and effort into her shop. And then Facebook changed its algorithm. So then her things didn't come up. She started having sales where she wouldn't like she wouldn't sell out automatically, and it was I can remember she was like really stressed out about it because that was her only way, and she had to break down and buy the whatever Caitlin's telling you guys to buy. What are you saying, Caitlin? It's like a fate, like you have to pay for it. Is that what it is? Ooh, that could go on this. Oh, that's perfect. So I mean, I know that she's had to. I know that whatever she did before, it doesn't work now. And so now what she's doing is, which I think is a really smart idea, is she's gathered emails of people that are interested. See, before she never really did that. They would just like her page. They would just like her or be her friend on Facebook, and that worked. But now what she's doing is she has a separate email list so that, I like that too. She has a separate email list so that she emails people now when she's going to have a sale. And they can still view, they can still go to her Facebook page, but Facebook doesn't give the notifications, so, anyway. I think the way of e-commerce is changing the way everyone does business, so, let me see this. I think the way people do business now is changing, And so, I mean, I don't know that there's a right way or a wrong way or a perfect way or I think it's a learning curve, and I think it's a learning process for everyone that's involved in that type of thing. Sorry, I'm getting caught. I'm doing my thing and I can't even go away. So you guys are funny. Is it expensive to spend money on advertising your post, Caitlin? I mean, since I don't know anything about it, I wouldn't be the person to ask. So I'm asking you, Mama. I'm asking you. Thought I had some brown, but I don't have any brown, you guys. How could I get over here with no brown? Who gets here with no brown? Hey, I get here with no brown. Oh, I have some right here. Let's see, maybe this will work. I don't know. I'm going to try this. Maybe this will work better. I just want it to be so bright white. I mean, one thing it does do is it offers a lot of people much more freedom to stay home. And if you have children, I know for me, that's like a huge, big thing, like when you have young kids and you want to be able to be home for them. I know that having all that, having that as an option, is awesome. I do know that it's work. I have not met anyone that's had a successful Etsy shop or Shopify shop that hasn't put a lot of work into it. Good night, Julie. I hope you have a wonderful night. Thanks for hanging out with us. I mean, I think somebody I think some are under the misnomer that it's like, oh, I'll just open a shop on Etsy and then the business will come. I have not experienced that. I'm not saying that it hasn't happened for some, but I haven't personally experienced it that way. Lynn said she did eBay for years and it changed. To boost your post was $30? That's ridiculous. Etsy does take a lot of time to post items. You know, I don't know. I just think that if you find something that works for you, but you have to be willing to like go with the changes that happen, because I haven't seen, I just know that nothing is as simple as we may wish it to be, and you just can't be stagnant. You know, you just can't be like, oh, I have an Etsy shop and that's gonna do it for me. Now it may for some people, but but I think it takes time and it takes work. It takes time and effort. I didn't bring your stamps in here with me, Jane. I love those stamps. I should have, because they would be great on this postcard. You know, I don't think there's any one way for anything. How many of you guys feel that way? How many of you guys feel like, you know, like there's no one way? Like we can hope, right? We can hope that it's successful, but I think typical marketing is you can't apply that to the way we do business now. Like you can't apply, you know, what was the business model? Like a third of your, like if you wanted to sell, one of you guys knows from old marketing when you were in college. Come on, what is it like what's the business model of like how you would decide how much money you would spend on advertising? Come on, one of you guys must know it. What did I do with mine? See, this is what happens. I make a good mess on my desk. And what is it like? You're supposed to put 25% into advertising, and come on, when do you guys pipe in? I know you guys know the. You know the. Hi, Malia. Oh, Scotty, I was thinking about you today. I saw your post. How are you feeling, Mama? We love you. I just know that the same business models don't work anymore. And I know that everyone is struggling to figure out like how to reach their market. And not just in not just in this like tiny arts and crafts area, but you know, it used to be you could, you know, the way people did business was you could kind of like figure it out, right? Like how things were going to be and how you were going to be and that sort of thing. But I think now, honestly, I don't think people know so much anymore. I don't think it's a for sure thing. The way businesses ran before, you can't really do them that way. We love you, Scotty. Etsy is a lot of work. For me it was. You know, and the other thing is that I found that people that shopped, and you guys can type your 411 in, but when you really make handmade things like handmade jewelry, it's always good if somebody can actually touch it. And I found Etsy worked for me as like a follow-up sales thing. Like if I went and I did shows and people saw my work or bought some of my work and they wanted to buy something else, I could use Etsy as a really inexpensive e-commerce way. Like instead of having to have my own shopping cart and my own you know, in my own store, I could do it a different way. Well, and if they knew my work, that they could. But I found on Etsy for me, and I can't speak for all of you because I think some of you probably have really successful Etsy businesses. I think it just depends upon the product you're selling. But for me, it's like, for somebody to spend, I'll find the earrings that I think I have one pair that I used to make. I used to make these like sea glass and sea pottery earrings. Now they were all different based on what. Oh, Scotty, love you. Oh my God, sending you love, Mama. Lynn's saying it was 30% cost of product, 30% cost of rent, 30% part to part, 10% for ad. Okay, so it doesn't work that way anymore, I don't think. Scotty, we're sending you so much love, Mama. Hey, Elizabeth. All I know is that, you know, for me, like when I would get people that would come to my Etsy shop and they would be like, oh, I like this. If it was something that if you could hold it in your hand and you could see it for what the product that I was selling for what it was, you would pay for it. But the time it would take me to make them, it just, in all honesty, people would try to like bargain me down on Etsy, and I was just like, that's not for me. You know, I mean, I think everybody has their limits. That was just mine, okay? That was mine. Okay, I want to paint on this, but I don't know what. But I'm liking it so far. She's blocked from what? Nobody blocked her here. Nobody can block her from YouTube. Or she's blocked from Etsy. We sent out an agreement like a year ago, and if you didn't, if you didn't sign up and send it back, they can block you for that. That's for sure. Yeah. Oh, not posting here or posting in Etsy? Posting here? I don't know. Oh, from chat? Girl, I get blocked from chat too sometimes. Nobody's doing anything. Cat is blocked. Well, Cat, we're not blocking you. It keeps erroring you out. I'm sorry. Nobody's blocking anyone. No one is blocking anyone. Okay. You guys make your own art postcards. These are like really relaxing and fun, and you don't have to take them so seriously. It's not like, you know, if you don't make them, if they don't turn out good, it's not like, ooh, that was like a really bad thing. It's just like, okay, next, right? I don't know the answer, you guys. I know that you have to do what you love. I know that. And I also know that for me personally, I don't want to do things that don't bring me joy anymore. I have worked jobs in my life, as I'm sure many of you have, that don't bring you joy. And I'm not doing that anymore for myself. That's just where I'm at. That's my thing. Oh, this is cool. You guys, I found some really cool Japanese workbooks at the recycling center, and I love them. I love, love, love them. Charlie, get down. No. No. You guys, poor Charlie. She does not know what to do with herself. She's like out of her mind since the littlest one's not here. She is not happy. Nothing we do lately makes her happy. I took her for a ride in the car, and I thought that usually makes her really happy. Guys, she was whining the whole time. She whines like when she's looking for my daughter, the littlest one. She whines for her. It's ridiculous. I'm sorry about chat. I don't know what to do about it because it's not me. I know chat sometimes is really good. Who was I chatting? I was in somebody else's chat the other day, and it kept blocking me, and I was just like, okay. Like every time it said it blocks you out. They think I think they have it like a setting on it where it's supposed to be like as if it's a bot, like a robot. I think that's what it's for. I think that's why it errors you out. Especially if you're a fast typer. Like this. You guys, thanks to whoever sends me all these. Some of you guys send me some of these, and I haven't said thank you to all of you, but I really do appreciate it. I have a thing for these envelopes. Love them. Like that too. Guys, I just have like this little envelope filled with just junk. It was when I was cleaning off my desk. How many of you guys, like when you're cleaning off your desk, you just like pile in all the papers that you didn't use? Kind of like what I like to do. Just put them all in an envelope and I go for it, and I like them. So, you know, I don't know the answer, you guys. I just know that you have to do what you love, and I know for me that I have to really be into. I'm just not going to work for somebody that doesn't. If I'm going to work for someone, I'm not going to work for somebody that doesn't have good ethics. How many of you guys have worked for people where you just, their ethics are just not, they just don't match up with you? Well, no moss for me. No more. Not going to happen. So for those of you that did the inner child meditation, what did you feel afterwards? I mean, and it wasn't, I didn't do the meditation, you guys. It was a guided meditation from someone else. I just sent you guys the link to do it. Because in that meditation, if you're willing to do it as he's suggesting, you can release a lot of things. A lot. You can really release a lot of stuff. I want this alarm clock. That's my whole point for this one. I love the little alarm clock. Like her. I'm sorry, what did I miss? Nancy, my craft area is in such disarray right now. What happened, Liz? It's blocking you now? You guys, I don't know, and I'm sorry for those dogs. You've got me on the TV, and the iPad TV has shut off 3 times. Oh, no! I'm sorry, you guys. I don't even know. No messages are going through. I don't know. I don't think there's anything I can do. Oh, no. Yeah, only do things that bring you joy, Kathy. Kat, I'm right there with you. You guys are having a really hard time posting and now won't. Keep trying, Liz. Don't stop. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't know. You know what? They're doing a lot of changes to YouTube. That's the other thing, you guys. They're doing all these changes to YouTube. And that's another thing. I'm in a couple of forums where people are just outraged by the stuff that's going on. And I'm just like, I think to myself, you know, I don't even know if any of us, I mean, what did we do before we had all this social media? We were like nobody even cared, right? But it does get frustrating when you've put your time and energy and effort into something and it's just not working out. I can relate. So yeah, no, I was in a forum with a guy that's a big YouTube person. He was like going off on all the new changes that YouTube's putting forth. And you guys, I'm not up on all of it. I really don't. I'm so peripheral. I do so very little. Okay, I'm liking these pieces, but I'm not, they're not going together like I want. So we've done those. Let me see what I have in here. I'm sort of peripheral with it all. You know what I mean? It's like some of us have to. I'm not up on every single thing that goes on there. So because I'm not up on it, I can't really comment on it. But he was just sending out like some message to a forum of people that I work with, and he was saying like YouTube has been, whatever the listing things that are going on with YouTube right now, or however it's just not working. So I'm sorry if it's doing that to you. No, one of them, Trish, one of them is I consult with, I have other, you guys, crafting is just a hobby. I don't do this. This is not my living, right? I have a consulting business. I mean, I do the meditation business that I share with you guys. I do that. That's sort of my love, right? But I work with people who I do strategic business planning. I know it seems like I'm a complete airhead on here, but I'm not really. No fish sauce in your house? What? You would be surprised what fish sauce is in though. Your notifications tab at the bottom of your homepage is gone now, Scotty? Oh no. You know, so anyway, I have I work with people on their strategic business planning, and so I have clients that, you know, they have weekly updates or whatever, we talk about all kinds of different stuff, and that's the forum that I'm talking about. I work with a bunch of people that do that. So you have a shop on wheels? What? I can be an airhead with you guys. I'm not really an airhead. You know what's so funny is one of my dearest, closest friends is an attorney in Boston, and like I didn't realize how relaxed I had become since I moved to the tropics until I talked to her on the phone, and she goes like a mile a minute. You know, like when she talks to me, and I'm like thinking, man, that used to be me, you know, and now I'm just sort of like this. You know, I don't feel like an airhead, but you know what I'm saying. So, you know what I'm saying. How many of you guys know what I mean? I'm telling you, live in the tropics for a while, and you can be like airheadish. It can definitely put you in an airheady state. Not an airhead, but it's just like I don't fixate on things like I used to. Does that make sense? I don't focus on it like but I don't even realize it until I'm talking to her. And then when I'm talking to her, guys, then I realize I'm like, oh my gosh, I sound like a complete airhead. Not that I'm an airhead, but I sound like it sometimes. Because when you're not in the mainstream of like, I don't know. When you're not in the mainstream of that intense energy. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Do I just sound like now I probably really sound like an airhead, right? Okay, I like this. And I like this. But I like the red part of it. And then it needs, so I can put this way. Then it needs like, it needs something. These are good backgrounds, but then it needs something. Why I don't have it in front of me. It's called Chillin'. Oh, Malia, I'm sorry. I'm a real country bumpkin. No, it's like for me, it's like this morning. This morning, I'll tell you what a day in my life consists of, and you guys can laugh. want something on this and I don't know, and I'm going to put this first class mail thing there. I'm liking that, but it needs something. Maybe I'll paint it. What color? Let me see. I'm going to use I have my papers over here, so I don't have anything red. So a day for me sometimes consists of something like today, I have a client that lives on the East Coast, and she had a big business proposal due this morning. So, and a big, proposal for a big contract that she really needs for her business to flourish. And so we've done her strategic business planning. We've looked over everything. And then I sit with her while she's she does her pitch, and I listen. And you guys, this was super early this morning because the time difference. So this was probably I don't know, 5 a.m. my time. So I sat with her while she did her business pitch. And then after she did her, business pitch, then we worked on her. We did like the woo-woo that I do with you guys, but I do it with her, each person individually, and what they need. So we worked with her because she was having lots of anxiety around it because it was a really big deal for her. And so we worked on that. And you guys, all of this happened before 6 a.m. This was I guess it was around 5:30, 5:30 I got off. So by the time my day is some days by noon, I'm done with for a whole day, of work for me. And then I worked with somebody. I did some, I have another client that has a creative, I like this side better, I think. That has a creative, she's like a headhunter. I don't know what, they call it something else, but I can't think of what it is right now. Tells you how my head goes, guys. So she was she had some big, I work with people weekly. Some people once a week, some people more than once a week, depending on the project they're doing. So I worked with her, and then I did a couple of sessions like that, and then I have to do my own life, so I went to the bank, and I did my things, and so I don't know. I've carved out a different sort of niche for myself. And when my clients find out that I do this, they laugh because it's so far from where I am in my life. And then I make art too. Olivia was beautiful, Cheryl. I loved it. You have an Olivia love spell. She's gorgeous, girl. What a beautiful baby. Good night, Linda. We love you. You leaving us? Oh, Liz, that's so cute. Kat, you're so cute. How's your new house, Kat? Is it good? So my strategic thing ebbs and flows. Sometimes I'm super busy, and then sometimes I'm not. So it just depends. It ebbs and flows like everybody else's businesses do. It's I'm also kind of going through my own internal changes. Because of all the crap that I went through this year with my ex, which it's still not over, but I really dread to even want to bring it up because I don't want to think about it. This year has been a year of reevaluation. It's also been a year for me of really deciding what I want in my life and what I want and what I'm willing to do. How many of you guys are to the point where you're I'm not going to accept that anymore in my life. I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to accept that. I'm not going to, I don't want that. How many of the rest of you have gone through anything like that where you're just like, I don't want to accept that in my life anymore. I'm not, okay, I'm liking that. I'm going to put this on there. So, no, today I'm a little rambly, sorry. Also, I think I got Hottie's cold. My Hottie has a cold. He never gets ill, so he got something. And you guys, because of that volcano, the fog has been so bad that the fog's been really bad. So he thought he had fog, and I think he just had like a sinus thing, and I got it today. It hit me, and I was like, seriously? So I told him, I said, if you give that to me, I am not going to be happy. And I got it. So there you go. I got it. No more of lots of stuff that was normal. I know, right? I'm not going to take it anymore. I'm just over it. Joni, I can relate. You did it 3 years ago and you're happy, Trish? Oh, good for you. I don't know, you guys. I'm sort of in the process of reinventing myself. And because, like, I finally feel like I'm to a space where I'm to a space where I don't have to, like, I don't have to do it anymore. Like, there was a point in time when I had to. And also, too, I'm to a point where I'm doing less and having more. Does that make sense? Like, but I also don't have the same goals. Maybe it's just age, you guys. I don't know. Maybe it's just age. Maybe one of you guys can pipe in and go, oh, that's just age. You know, maybe it's just age. Yeah, Liz. Oh, girl, I've been there, done that. Wearing that t-shirt. So now I'm super selective of who I work with. And I don't work with everybody. And I try to do only, if I can do it in groups, I do it because it's better for everyone if they do it in groups. Because sometimes when we just work one-on-one, not that I don't work one-on-one with people, because I do, but sometimes when we work one-on-one, we get really stuck in ourselves. Whereas when you're in a group of people and other people are sharing, you can go, oh, I do that. Or you can see their bad habits and go, I'm not doing that anymore. Or whatever. Do you know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm liking this one better. Anyway, I'm in the process of reinventing myself. And I'm in the process of reinventing myself the way I want to. And it's not perfect. It's far from perfect. But I'm not unhappy. Okay, these are my 3 postcards so far. And I'm liking them. I mean, they're like, they may not be for everyone, but they're my postcards. Oh, I will, Cheryl. It's just, I was just like, I'm not getting anything from him. Yeah. Hi, Laura. Laura said she retired after 39 years. Woo! Good for you, Laura. Oh, I hear you, Laura. Keep it a secret. Good for you. Kara put her pasties in her shop. Jane bought some today. You guys are hilarious. Good for you, Laura. You're liking my postcards? Thanks, Kara. You guys, I have to do my art my way. I think my feeling right now is I want a house. Like I have this like sort of I have this yearning to have, I haven't had it in a while, but to have my own space. Kara buys her pasties in bulk. You guys are ridiculous. We get caught on pasties again. Okay, so I'm liking these. I mean, this one is a little bit too hard-edged for me, but after I look at it for a while, I'm sure I can add something to it and I'll figure it out. You guys are hilarious. And I'm liking this one. This one I could paint on it. If I could, I have a really cool stencil I made, but I don't know where I put it. I could paint on it in like a bright color. But I've been saving this from a page for a long time, so it's good that I used it up. Yeah, maybe that's what it is, Trish. Thanks, Nance. It does help with overwhelm. You're surprised I haven't gotten sick sooner? Cheryl, I really don't get sick. I really don't. So, thanks, Laura. You're so sweet. And this one I'm liking too. It has that wax paper, my painted wax paper inside of the thing. I'm liking it. It could probably use something too. I don't know if you can see them very well. Kara says she can't wait to see Alexa reorder my pasties. You're so ridiculous, Kara. So, three postcards. We'll be here, Renee. Let me see. I have some more I can work on. I like the little thing that says, okay, don't lay your postcards on top of each other if they haven't dried. Your gesso hasn't dried. And yes, I can mail them because I know somebody's going to ask me, yes. But if I was going to mail them, I'll put a piece of, like a piece of white paper or something on the back and then address it. But they don't have any Mod Podge on them. These are just done with glue stick, so they won't get stuck to anything in the mail. Or you could stick them in an envelope. Your Alexa heard her. You're ridiculous. You guys are so funny. You are ridiculous. Okay. And I like her. She's got her little thing that says forks. I don't know. So one of the old companies that I worked for called me and asked me if I would, they were sort of fishing to see if I'd come back to work for them. And the answer is the big no, because it was so stressful. I was great at it and I did a good job, but guys, since I've become mindless, I really don't, I don't want to put myself back in that space. Hey, Mary. You had a wild day. What kind of wild day did you have? Your Alexa answered me. Oh my gosh, that's so great. Yours versus yours. Hey, River. So, but I didn't want to say no because I didn't. I'm sorry, guys. That's the other thing is, you guys, I had to buy life insurance. Do any of you guys, I don't even believe in it. Birthday blessings to Tom. Happy birthday, Tom. Is Tom close by? Cheryl said she would say, Alexa, reorder my pastries. Okay. Is Tom close by? We can sing happy birthday to Tom. Jane says, hello, Alexa. Send Jane money. Jane, you're a money magnet. How's your money magneting going, Jane? Is it going good? Is your money magneting going good? My sister said something really funny to me that she was like, she thinks that my airheadiness or whatever, I'm calling it my airhead. She thinks that it's because I've allowed my brain to go on vacation or something like that. Your money magneting is going quite well. Oh, good. Turn up the sound, Mary, and I'll sing happy birthday to Tom. Oh, no. Really, Mary? What? Oh, no. Send in Tom love. Tell me when you got it turned up, Mary, and I'll sing happy birthday to Tom. It's up? All right, everybody, let's sing happy birthday to Tom. Are you ready? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Tom. Happy birthday to you and many more. Happy birthday, Tom. What everybody's saying happy birthday to you, Tom. We're sending you love on your birthday. You want to manifest rain, Trace? Is that what you said? And what, you had a freakish what kind of storm? Everybody's saying happy birthday to you, Tom. I can go on the road with my collages and my brainlessness, Joni. Ah, we love you, Tom. Happy birthday. We hope you have the best birthday. I like to celebrate for longer than a day. I think we should all celebrate I think we should have a birthday month. That's just my personal take on birthdays, but that's just what I think. Well, what do I know? You know, I think that birthdays can be like something you can celebrate for a long time. Like, you have a stage 2 drought? Oh no, Trace. It's your birthday month. Good for you, Kat. Oh, it's the 25th, but he's been celebrating through Happy Meal. Oh, Mary, that's so awesome. You skip birthdays, Kathy? Birthdays are good. I had the best birthday. You guys, you know, it's like you gotta love yourself. All right, this one's not happening, but I'm sure that I have more stuff over here. I've got my little pile of stuff. Let me see what else I have. I'm gonna put some. This is my little accordion folder from the raisin catalog somebody sent me. The raisin. I'm just gonna stick it all in here. Clean it off a little and find. Oh, I've got the snake that nobody liked, but I love the color. Isn't it fabulous? This is like such a fabulous texture and color. I wonder what I have that's that bright color. I will look. I may not have anything. But I mean, I do, but obviously not, maybe not right here. You know, I think that for so many of us, we have depended on somebody else to celebrate us. And I think the big lesson for me is learning to celebrate myself. How many of you guys have that same sort of thing where, like, because you're a giving person, you're a mom and you're like a giver and you do for everyone else, we somehow sort of think and expect that somebody else is going to jump in and do for us, right? And it doesn't always work out like that. And then we get disappointed and we get our feelings hurt. I'm speaking for myself. So now I don't wait anymore. It's going to be my hottie's, my hottie is turning 50. He is turning 50 at the end of this month. And you guys, I don't think he's ever had I mean, I've done a birthday party for him, but I don't think he's ever had a birthday party. I don't think his family did birthday parties when he was growing up. So I asked him, because I thought we would make a trip to Portland. That's why I thought we would be going to Portland, Jane, because it's his birthday. I thought we'd be going to Portland to see his kids. But he has committed himself. I told you guys about this silly Airbnb thing we have going on here. I've told you all about, I'm sure I've told you. I like the way this is stir the soul. I'm going to save that for like a journal page. What happened, Trace? I missed it. Joni, that's a great attitude. Joni says, I know, I was thinking about shoes too, Lana. I just have to look up and find some high heels. Joni says she doesn't care how old she gets. She cares, and she, no, wait, let me see. So let's see. I'm going to take it. The snake needs high heels, I hear you. Okay, let's see. You buy yourself flowers, Rhonda? Oh, good for you. Jody says she doesn't care how old she gets. She loves her birthday, and I know no one else will care, so I celebrate for myself. It's not that they don't care. I just think that we've gotten away from, like, understanding, like, how, as moms, you know what we do. We give everybody our full attention. Your husband turns 40 this year. You giving him a good birthday party? So we have this big Airbnb thing going on right now. Yeah, right, Lynn. Yeah, I don't even know if we could have... Yeah, I don't know. Things are so ridiculously expensive here. It's not funny. Oh, no. Trace, well, we're going to send some love to where you are. Tonight when we woo-woo, we'll include where you live. Oh, happy birthday, Tom. Happy 45. No, so... I thought we were going to go to, I thought that he would want to go to see his kids for his birthday and that we would go to Portland or whatever, but his kids, one of them is going to Thailand and the other one is, anyway, let's just say, we're not going to go until maybe the fall. And so we're not going to go till the fall, so I don't know what we're going to do for his birthday. I asked him, but because we have this big Airbnb crisis going on, we are short-handed. We are short-handed with people showing up to work, and there's lots of... Airbnb came and took away, and I'm not complaining about Airbnb. Everybody should have the right to rent whatever they rent. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that for us, Airbnb has taken away the affordable homes for people to live in that work. So, like when you come to an island, you need people to wait on you in a restaurant, and you need people to wait on you in a store, and you need, all those things. And so, you need all that. So, what we're experiencing is because of that, because of Airbnb, the affordable places to live are not here anymore. So people are moving off our island. And until there's some legislation or something here that's going to say, look, I don't know. I mean, I don't think anybody, just like the internet, no one anticipated the whole, no one anticipated the whole Airbnb crisis. I don't think anyone even thought about it, right? I know nobody thought about it here. And so because of that, there's not really affordable places for people to live. So because of that, there's a shortage of workers because people are leaving. They can't find you can't find an affordable place to live. As it is, it's so expensive here. People have to work multiple jobs just to pay the rent. So it's ridiculous, you guys. It's just sort of a catch-22, and I don't think anybody, and it's not anything anyone could have predicted. I mean, I guess some economist that was really into it or understood it all could have predicted it, but it's definitely not something anybody here could have predicted or foreseen. So based on that, he's having to work a lot more hours. Not that he's complaining, but I'm just saying, so there goes our vacation. That was the whole reason I was telling you. See what an airhead I am today? I swear I can't hold a thought. You're going to start dancing in the yard? Trey, sometimes I stand out and I scream at the universe. And it happens. Need to rain, woo-woo. We can totally ask for the rain. Why not? So do you see what I'm saying? So it's like that instead of us going to where I thought we were going to go visit his kids or we were going to see them, it's just not happening right now because it's just not the time. I mean, and plus one of his sons decided he was going to, which is great, you know. Isn't it kind of cool when your kids like finally realize that they're like adult enough to go off and do their own thing without asking anybody? Mary, where's Tom's favorite store to shop? Renee's asking. Airbnb's a problem where you are? Too, Cassandra? Yeah, I can imagine it is. All I know is that, you know, it's just, we'll have to deal with it because we live on an island. There's like no place for people to move out further, if you know what I mean. Walmart is his favorite place to shop. Nobody's Jane, it's your prerogative to Airbnb things. Nobody cares. It's not that. It's just that when you live on an island, like nobody's thinking about this, okay? So we live on an island. So like if you Airbnb your place, people will just move out further outside of Portland or outside to live, right? There is no further place to live here. Like you can't in the middle of the ocean. Like what are you gonna do? So I mean, we've got some stuff that we have to deal with here internally, and as far as well, you don't have to have a permanent resident. I mean, and that's fine. But I'm just saying for us, it's like, so what's happening now is that I'll put a little perspective for you. So I told you guys like the average, I mean, so I used to rent a house, not the house I live in now, but a house a couple of years ago. Well, I've lived in this house now a couple of years. So I lived in a house for like 7 years here, and it was a 2-bedroom house. No, 3-bedroom house. It was 3 bedrooms. It was tiny, guys. Like maybe 700-800 square feet, maybe. It had 3 bedrooms, and it had 2 bathrooms inside the house, and it had 1 bathroom in the carport because it used to be a sugarcane worker's house. And we used to pay like, and it was considered reasonable rent. We paid like $1,600 a month rent. And it was, you guys, we gutted it. We had to gut it. We tiled it. It was horrible. I mean, they didn't do it. We did it. Now, maybe it was 700 square feet. It had a little carport. And the whole reason I rented it, it was a single family home. That house, because I have a small daughter. At the time, my daughter was much younger. She's 11 now. But when you have small kids, you know, you don't, for me, a lot of people, we were very fortunate to be able to live in a house that had its own yard, that was a single family home, because most mortgages and homes here are really expensive. So that house at that time would have, now we're just talking a couple years ago, I tried to buy the house from the people, or I made offers to it. That house appraised for about $300,000. Guys, it was not in a fancy neighborhood. It was not a fancy house. You know, tiny, tiny house. And it was in terrible condition. It appraised for, like you could have gotten a bank loan for it for about $300,000. They wouldn't sell it to me. It was built, I think, in 1970. You know, it was maybe even in the 60s. It was like, it was a cinder block house, which is not common here. Anyway, so we gutted it. We put in tile. It had this horrible burnt orange linoleum, burnt orange carpet. It was just, I can't even tell you how bad it was. So I couldn't live in it the way it was. So we tiled it and worked on it and did some stuff to it so that I could make it livable for me, because I couldn't live in it the way it was. And redid the bathroom and redid the kitchen. It was tiny. That house in 2 years, because of Airbnb, went from now to rent that they ended up selling that house. They ended up selling that house for $710,000. The bank will only appraise it at $300,000. That house rents now for $3,800 a month. $3,800 within 2 years. $1,600 to $3,800. So, do you see? Like, there's no, it's like you can't, so basically, what kind of job would you have that you could bring home that you're, the third of the income that you had to spend on your home, on your rent is $3,800, right? And the reason it's renting for so much is because there are no rentals. So now you got a little perspective. So it is insane. I mean, nobody can afford that. I mean, who in the world can afford that? No one. No one. No one can afford that. No one. I mean, even if you wanted to afford it. It is like Manhattan, except for this, Jane. There's like no, you can't build high rises here. Not on the island I'm on. And so there's like really not a lot of places for people to go. So it makes it, I don't know, it makes it really difficult. It makes it really, really difficult. So I think a lot of people are just like saying, you know, living here is not easy. And I love living here. Don't get me wrong. I love living here. At this point in my life, I can't imagine living anywhere else, but I'm not saying that I never would, but I'm just saying I can't imagine it at the moment. I love this. This is a grandma and a little girl dancing. I want to put it on something, but I don't know what. You have to put an air mattress in the back of your SUV. Liz, how long until you get home? And I'll try to wait for you to woo-woo. No, Cassandra, so everybody works 2 and 3 jobs. Hi, Susan. Everybody works 2 and 3 jobs. Everybody works 2 and 3 jobs. And so it's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. So I'm just giving you like the 411 of why Airbnb doesn't work here. I'm not saying that it can't work where you are. And I'm not saying if you own a property, it is your prerogative to do with it what you want. But I'm just telling you that it just doesn't work in a small island because there's no place for anyone to go. So it's not like somebody can just say, hey, I'm just going to go, you know, now I'm going to go, I don't know. Do you guys get what I mean? All right. I got to find some new things to put on my... Yeah, so we're pricing out the working class, okay? So the other day, my hottie, there is no tent city. That's the other thing, Trace. There's very few, like, you can camp here, but you can't camp more than a certain amount of days, and it's ridiculous. So Airbnb, it's air bed and breakfast. It's like a thing where people rent out rooms in their homes to people that are coming to, it's like a bed and breakfast. But it's a website that promote, like you can go, and if you go on, look up Airbnb Vic online and you can see. So what's happening is that people are just getting tired of being priced out. You know, people are just getting tired of being priced out. You can come camp in my yard. You guys, unfortunately, there are people that do, yeah. You guys, it's not. You guys, I have a really close friend, and her building sold. She's been living in the same apartment building for, I don't know, 10, 15 years, and it sold. And so she tried to find a place to, she couldn't find a place, and she is, she's a nurse. She couldn't find a place. So she was stuck taking, and the other thing is that it doesn't mean people are going to rent to you, even if there is a place, right? Because there's so many more people looking for rentals. People can be super picky and very picky about who they rent to and whatever. So she is living, this is like, she was living in like a 2-bedroom apartment with her kids, and her kids are older. One's in college and one's still in high school. And she had to move into a studio apartment, you guys, with her kids, because her son has 1 year left of high school and she wants him to be able to finish. And then I'm sure she's going to move because she said to me, she goes like, I'm too old to live in a studio apartment. I haven't lived in a studio apartment since I was in college. She couldn't find one. And the studio apartment that she's renting is more than the 2 or 3 bedroom, the 2 bedrooms she was renting before. So Malia says her family owns a cottage on Cape Cod, and her uncle is trying to convince her grandmother to Airbnb it, but I'm trying to convince her not to. You know, I don't know. You know, it depends upon who you're renting to. Good night, Trish. We love you. Night, Jane. Love, love, love you. Did Liz say when she was going to come back? And we'll wait for Liz to come back to do our woo-woo. No, I'm not trying to get on the Airbnb. You guys, I am not against Airbnb. I'm just telling you what the reality is here, and that's why it's affecting our little island. Our little island thing going on here. And I am all for free enterprise and people doing what they need to do for their lives. But, you know, they're forbidding it in some areas. Like, the mayor of Paris won't let, like, there are areas in Paris where they won't let you Airbnb. Because otherwise they won't have any workers. Like, at least they're being more proactive than we are here. I don't know, you guys. I don't have the answers to anything. I don't have the answers to anything. And nothing is coming to me. Do you ever, like, does anybody ever sit here like me and go, okay, what is my where's my next inspiration coming from? My friend's in Hawaii, Cassandra. She's here in Hawaii. She's just waiting for her son to graduate. And once he graduates, I'm sure they'll be gone. I am sure they will be out. I'm sure they'll be gone once he's out of school. Because I think, you know, like she said, you know, it's not worth it to her to, you know, she's very upfront about things. She's just like, you know, I haven't done this since I was in high school or whenever, since I was in college. And, you know, we all have our limits, right? Whatever our limits are. Everybody's are different, but that's hers. I respect that. I respect it. Totally, absolutely respect it. You guys, I don't know, like, I keep asking the universe if we should stay or go. I mean, if I knew for sure, I'd go. If you know, it's like, the thing is that my partner's doing so well here. It's like, and it doesn't really matter where I live. I'm supposed to have all the answers. I don't even have my own answers. Oh, wow, Kathy, that's crazy. That is crazy. They kept people from doing Airbnb where you are because it was too noisy. You know, I think I've had personally really good Airbnb experiences. Where did I Airbnb? Let's see. I Airbnb'd on the big island of Hawaii, the island that's having the volcanic thing. I Airbnb'd there. Let's see. I Airbnb'd when I went to New Orleans, and that was good. I mean, I've Airbnb'd places, and I've had good experiences. It's not Airbnb's fault. It's just like the internet, you guys. We have to you just have to be prepared for it if it's something that's going to affect you, right? And I guess none of us really know what's going to affect us, so I don't know. I like this. Doesn't it look like a pair of old jeans? I like that. I have to find some stuff to go with it. Well, that's not good, Cassandra. I have not made her one-page mini journals. How many of you made, Trace? You didn't miss anything. You did not miss anything, Miss Liz. You did not miss anything. Here, I'll show you some of the other art postcards I've made. I put them all in this little accordion file. So these are not the ones I made today. I've made these various and sundry times, but I want you guys to see my desk is a mess. This is what happens. I cannot craft neat. I cannot make art neat, and I'm an airhead right now. It's ridiculous. I can't hold a thought. Okay. So here's my ones from today. I even got out my little tiny jelly plate to see if I was going to jelly print, which I didn't do. So here's my ones today. These are my 3 that I did today. Guys, I made a mess. Okay, there's my 3 today. Mary Kay's butterfly stamp, which I love. You guys, I've used that stamp so much. I love it a lot. It's ridiculous. Let me clean the desk off. How many of you guys want to stay for the woo-woo? Now that Liz is back, we can woo-woo. And we're going to definitely put your place. You guys start bringing to mind things that you want to work with. I definitely think that we should woo-woo for the best and the highest good for where Tracy lives, for her to receive the rain, the water, and the rain that they need, their land. Tracy, sometimes the land, you got to talk to the land itself, I'll tell you you guys get me so crazy. I'll show you my postcards, and I'll tell you my really weird, ridiculous rain story, okay? So, where I live in Hawaii, when I first moved here almost 10 years ago, there was an area of the island where it hadn't rained in years. You guys, so much so that they don't have any gutters on their house, rain spouts or whatever, for the rain to pour out if it does rain. Anyway, of course, that's the side of the island that we had to live on, because that's the side of the island I had to work on, right? Work on myself there. So I had been doing my internal process, which is like the woo-woo, and within the first, and it hadn't rained, and when we pulled up to when I got off the airplane and I went there, because I was staying with some friends there, I cried because I said to myself, I did not move all the way from New York to live in a desert. I mean, who moves to the tropics to live in a place where it feels like there's no rain and you have to understand too that Hawaii has, at least the island I'm on, I think it has 23 microclimates, which is a lot. And it's a tiny island, you guys. So at some point, there's a really, really, really wet place here and a really dry place. So I started doing my internal process, and within a number of days, it started raining, and it rained for 6 days straight. And it has been raining ever since. But it took, I mean, not totally like that, but it took a while. So what I had to do was I realized that the clouds were not sitting on the mountain. So it's going to sound so crazy, guys, but you guys are in it with me, so you think I'm weird, go for it. So I talked to the clouds, and I said asked the clouds to talk to the mountains, and now the clouds sit on top of the mountains, and now it rains there. So I know it can happen. You're in for the woo-woo? Oh, good. So these are some of the past postcards I've made. These are the 3 that I made today. And you guys, there's no rhyme or reason. Okay, this is Carla Cage Fish's favorite one because of the chair, which I think came from I don't know what magazine it came from. There's some blank ones that I have more to work with. And this is one in process that I didn't finish, and I could have worked on that one today. But here's some of my postcards. These are Renee's feet. Renee, this is Ode to Renee. Renee's toes. And here's Tracy's hands. And here's Jorge, my high school crush. Not really, but I do post them out, Kat. You can post them. You know, if I was going to post them, I mean, I would probably put them in an envelope and post them. Yeah, these are Renee's toes. These are Renee's feet. You can post them. I still have Jorge. I haven't given Jorge away. I love Jorge. Guys, he probably doesn't even really look like that, but in my head he did. I have to post all but Jorge. I could post Jorge. No, I'm not. I don't have to hold on to any of them. So now you guys see my collection of art postcards. I can't let go of Jorge because I wonder what happened to him. Do you guys ever wonder like what happened to the people that you had like mad crushes on? Bye, Mary. Mary, we'll put Tom in the woo-woo. Happy birthday, Tom. We love you. We'll put Tom in the woo-woo. Definitely put Tom in the woo-woo. And Mary, you know, your intention to be in the woo-woo, all you have to do is just say to yourself, you want to. I haven't sold them. You're ridiculous. The sunflowers are your fave. That's with Tracy's hands. Tracy's hands. I think this was like a security envelope. Guys, I think this was I don't know what the ad was for. And then it already had Aloha on it. It was like some, I don't know. Good night, Sherry. Big hugs. Kathy says, no, they all end up fat, old, and bald. Oh my gosh. We love you, Mary. Big hugs. So you guys make some of these. I can tell you right now, they're very cathartic to make, and they don't have to be perfect. You know, it's not. Kara said she used to have a mad crush on a guy that turned out to be a total jerk hottie, and she would have rather left him to your imagination. Oh, Kara, I'm never going to go back and find him. But I mean, it was just, you know, I kind of like, sometimes you wonder, right? All right. And so I want you guys, we're going to do, go get your water if anybody wants energized water. Good night, Sherry. We love you. You went to a high school reunion. It's a horrible nightmare. Oh, I'm sorry, Kath. I went to my 10-year high school reunion. It was good, but I haven't gone any. Hey, Deb. We made postcards. We made art postcards. I like this one though. I mean, it probably needs something else to it, but I like it because I liked the two chairs, like looking at the sunset. So you guys bring to mind, get your, if you want to do energized water, get your water so you can energize it. And let's, we'll bring Tracy's, where Tracy lives to mind because it needs rain, and anywhere that you need. So Trace, this is what I'm telling you. I don't know where you are, but talk to the clouds. Talk to the clouds, talk to the clouds, talk to the clouds. Talk to the clouds and give the clouds, thanks, Care Bear. Talk to the clouds and tell the clouds that, you know, you made an Excel spreadsheet, but you were inspired by the art. Oh, you're so funny. To go on the other monitor, you're so funny. I was making art postcards. Collage postcards. Yeah, whatever. Just random. Just throwing stuff down. I mean, you could do the same thing in a book, too. You have a Native American chant going off in your head? Oh, that's good. No, I'm telling you. So what I realized was that there was a disconnect in the mountains where I was, the mountains where the clouds were not on the mountains, and that's not normal, right? So I was stuck in the mountains, and I said, well, for whatever it is in me that I'm experiencing, that, you know, if it's a miscommunication, I want to make amends. I love you, I love you, I love you. And then I did the same with the clouds, and then I talked to them, and then it started raining, and it's green there now. I mean, Tracy's close proximity to clouds. True. You've been making postcards for post-crossing. You guys, sometimes if I'm like in my own like stressed out state, I'll just sit down and make some collage things like that, or or just do my glue book or my collage books, or put some stuff in one of my journals. And so, Malia, you're hilarious. So let's bring to mind whatever you guys want to work on. Bring it to mind. Like, you know, we'll bring the need for rain and the things that you want to focus on in your and get your water for those that want energized water. And we'll get started. And for those of you that it's your first time, this is just a guided meditation. You know, that's all. So I don't want you to like, it's just a guided meditation to help you get really much more in tune with you, if that makes sense. So, and for those that just want to lurk and are not sure if you want to participate, it only works with conscious consent. So if you don't want to participate, just say, I don't want to see the energy work, but I'll just hang out and listen to the meditation. You will feel more relaxed at the end. Everybody does. It's just because we're all connected. You know, it just kind of shows you the connectedness of us all. So bring to mind, and you can include anyone you'd like to include in your meditation. You can include your pets. I always advise you to include your home. The energy in your home is really important. I always include your family, friends, your job, your car, anything. You know, if you spend a lot of time in your car, you should definitely include your car in the woo-woo. Why not? You know? Okay, so let's get started. All you need to do to participate is to inhale through your nose and exhale out through your mouth. And receive on the inhale and release on the exhale. Imagine yourself in a column of light. And when you look up, you can't see the end. And when you look down, you can't see the end. This is your column of light. It is unique to your being, soul, spirit. Allow your column of light to go deep, deep, deep into the earth. Give your column of light big tree roots. Allow itself to anchor deep into the heart of the earth, your column of light. Let's ask the earth to bless us with her energy. Feel this beautiful golden earth energy rising up through your column of light, rising up through your roots. Feel it coming up through the floor and filling your feet and ankles, calves and knees, thighs and hips. Feel it filling the base of your spine, your lower abdomen, your waist, your solar plexus, your heart, back. Feel it filling your shoulders, your arms, your wrists, your hands, and out every finger. Feel it filling your throat and neck, your face and head. And feel it fountaining out the top of your head as high as you can imagine. Breathe it in. Breathe it in. And breathe it in. Take a moment to enjoy your connection to the earth. Now I'd like you to focus on your column of light above your head. Feel your column of light heading deep into the heart of the cosmos, the heart of creator creation energy, the heart of the central sun. Allow your column of light above your head to make the same roots as it did below your feet, deep in the heart of creation, creator energy. Give your column of light permission to make your roots as far, deep, and wide as you need to in the heart of the cosmos. Let's ask this beautiful angelic realm to bless us with her energy. I see this energy like beautiful silvery diamonds, but you can feel it, see it, think it, or just know it any way that works for you. Invite this beautiful cosmic energy, this beautiful heart of the central sun energy to fill your column of light, mixing with your light and the earth's beautiful gold light. I see it like beautiful diamonds. Feel this beautiful diamond light energy pouring through the top of your head, filling your face and head, neck and throat, shoulders, arms, wrists, hands, and out every finger. Feel it filling your chest. Feel it filling your back. Feel it filling your shoulders, your arms, your wrists, your hands, and out every finger. Feel it filling every vertebra of your spine, your heart, your solar plexus, your lower abdomen. Feel it pouring through your hips, thighs, knees, calves, and ankles, and out the bottom of your feet, expelling any and all excess deep into the heart of the earth. Ready? Breathe it in. Breathe it in. And breathe it in. Take a moment to enjoy your connection to heaven and earth. I'd like you to focus on your heart. And I'd like you to give your being, soul, spirit permission to put a window there and open it wide up. Every inhale and every exhale throughout this meditation, allow your body to release any energy, patterns, cords, anything that no longer serves you. Allow it to leave. Any old baggage, any emotions, any old stuff like cleaning out your closet. Just let it leave, and you don't even need to know what it is. On the inhale, I'd like you to receive peace, the spirit of peace, the spirit of bliss, and the spirit of freedom. And on the exhale, I'd like you just to allow yourself to let go through this window in your chest anything that's not working for you. Ready? Breathe in, receive in love, and release in love. Receive and release. Receive and release. Now we're going to add 2 additional energy centers to this receiving and releasing. One will be your throat, and one will be your solar plexus, along with your heart. All 3. On the inhale, receive peace, bliss, and freedom. And on the exhale, we're releasing anything that no longer serves you. Ready? Receive in love. Open your window wider and allow yourself to release. Receive in love. Release in love. Receive in love. Release in love. Receive in love. Release in love. Let's add 2 more points of light in your body to this receiving and releasing. Add the point in the center of your forehead and the point in your lower abdomen. That's 5 points in total. Center of your forehead, your throat, your heart, your waist, and your lower abdomen. Ready? Receive peace, bliss, and freedom. And on the exhale, release anything that's not working for you. Ready? Receive in love. Release in love. 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 Receive in love, release in love. Make sure your roots are deep in the earth, and make sure your roots are deep in the heart of creation, creator energy above your head. Let's add 2 more points of light. One at the base of your spine and the one at the very top of your head. This will be the top of your head, your forehead, your throat, your heart. Open the window wide. Your waist, your lower abdomen, and the base of your spine. Ready? Receive in love and release in love. Receive in love, release in love. Receive in love and release in love. Receive in love and release in love. Open the window in your heart and allow yourself to release. Receive in love, release in love. Let's add 2 more points of light. The one 1 foot below your feet and the one 1 foot above your head. Receive peace, love, bliss, and freedom above your 1 foot above your head, the top of your head, your third eye, your throat, your heart. Make sure your window's open. Your solar plexus, your lower abdomen, the base of your spine, and 1 foot below your feet. Ready? Receive in love, release in love. 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 One more time. Receive in love, release in love. And let's add 2 more points of light. 6 feet above your head and 6 feet below your feet, and all the points of light in between. 6 feet above your head, 1 foot above your head, the top of your head, between the center of your forehead, your throat, heart. Make sure your window's open. Solar plexus, lower abdomen, base of the spine, 1 foot below your feet and 6 feet below your feet. Receive the spirit of peace, the spirit of love, the spirit of bliss, the spirit of freedom. Receive in love and release in love. Receive in love, release in love. Receive in love, release in love. Receive in love, and release in love. I'd like you to focus at 2 more points of light and all the points in between. The point of light in the heart of the earth, and the point of light in the heart of creation, creator energy, and all of the points of light in between. Receive fully and completely, receive in love and release in love. Receive in love, 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 release in love. I'd like you to focus on the infinity symbol. See it starting like a figure 8, starting in the heart of the heaven, creator, creation energy, heart of the central sun, crossing through your heart, entering deep into the earth, crossing back through your heart and ending where it began. On the inhale, receive love from the divine source, the heart of the central sun and the heart of the earth. And on the exhale, give back to the divine source, the heart of the central sun and the heart of the earth. Ready? Receive in love and give in love. Receive and give. Receive and give. Receive and give. I'd like you to focus and let me know when you feel this energy coming from your hands. Keep the window in your heart open. And just say yes. Put one hand on your heart, one hand on your water if you want energized water. If not, just send the energy to wherever you feel you're inclined to. One hand on your heart. Now I want you to put both of your hands and send the energy out to the earth spirits, to the ocean, to the air, to the water. Always include your home, your pets, and anyone else that you feel could use a little boost of love. You only need to bring them to mind one time. And when you feel ready, open your eyes and come back. And feel free to share anything that you'd like to share. There's no right or wrong. Did I lose you all? Sorry, my phone kept dinging. Are you all either blissed out or off in your own world? That happens. Your total zen? Oh, good. You're vibrating from the inside out. Oh, good. Trace, awesome. You're welcome. Yeah, Linda, that's awesome. It means you're just opening up more. Everybody feels in a different way. There's no right or wrong. Don't judge it. You're tingling all over. Good job. I'm glad you made it home in time too, Liz. Yeah, I'm pretty blissed out, so. Guys, I've been in such a mindless state today. It's been a little difficult sometimes. You didn't realize how much you needed to unthink. Yeah, I understand that, Care. Oh, I'm glad, Trace. Good job, you guys. Good job. Good job. You guys go and listen to that inner child meditation. I cannot tell you enough how, if you do it every day, if you can do it twice a day, it will make profound changes in your life. If you can just do it once a day, do it as often as you can. The one that I put in the description box. You haven't been able to sleep, I can relate. I understand that. If your letters could say they were. Oh, love you, Linda. Give Richard my love, too. I'm glad you guys are here. I'm so glad you guys are hanging out with me. I'm so glad you are. It's so profound. If you can become best friends with your inner child, it will shift everything. Everything in your life changes. Trace, it works. It does. Oh, good, Liz. Good. Bring it in, you know? I understand. Writing with your non-dominant hand is awesome, too. I agree. I'm just saying, it is a very profound thing. And don't judge it. Do not judge it. It is a very profound thing. Having that connection is everything. I mean, that's what runs your body. And for those of you that have physical ailments, go and do it. And ask your inner child to release whatever the physical ailments you're having. Say, let's let go. No, and I'm sorry and I love you. It is next level stuff, Trace. It really is. It really is. I can guarantee, without a doubt, the more you do it, the more profound the shifts you will see, not just in yourself, but in everyone around you. Because as you become clearer and clearer and release whatever patterning and crap and stuff that we can't even see, right? We don't even need to see it. As you can release it, everyone around you releases it. Yes, don't judge it, Liz. You know, I've known people that I work with one-on-one. Sometimes I've done inner child meditation with them, and sometimes they'll see their inner child as an animal. Sometimes I had one client that saw her inner child as like a... Did you ever guys see that movie or read that book, Horton Hears a Who, where where it's like a little tiny, you know, there's a whole world inside of the flower. One of my clients saw her inner child as like this little tiny itty bitty being. I've had people to see their inner child as, if they're a female, they've seen their inner child as a male. There's no judgment, and it can change and morph. And as you continue to work with it, it may change. It could be anything, you know. I've had one of my clients saw their inner child as a butterfly. And when you can make friends with your inner child, your whole world changes. And you know, you ask your inner child what their name is. And it may take them a long time. It may take a long time for them to tell you anything or even to answer. And that's okay. It's okay. As long as you keep, oh, you're welcome, Nance. As long as you keep telling your inner child, I love you. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for taking care of our body. Thank you for running all of our organs. Thank you, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry for whatever it is in me that it's neglected you or allowed you to pick up all kinds of crap. I love Dr. Seuss too. Tracy can be anything, you know. It's like, I don't judge it anymore. You know, all I know is that by working with my own inner child, it's the most sacred relationship I've ever had. And it's always evolving. And allow it to be what it is. But I can tell you, I've seen tremendous shifts in my family and things just by me working on me. So for those of you that haven't done it, I've connected. It's got a link in the description box of this live and of last week's live or Tuesday's live. But you know, that's a very profound inner child meditation. It's very deep. Trace, maybe you need to talk to the land where you are. Talk to the land and ask the land what it needs. I love you guys. Thanks for being on my craziness with me, my woo-woo, and my art postcards for the day. I'm still working on my journals. I was going to show you guys one of my finished journals, but yeah, make sure you guys eat a lot of protein. Eat protein. If you're vegetarian, eat some nuts or whatever you eat, and drink a lot of water. A lot of energy went through your body. Some of you may just fall out and go to sleep. Love you, Scotty. I hope you feel better. I love you guys so much. Hey, Sandra. And I will see you guys on Tuesday. Does anybody know if... Oh, that's so good, Trace. Does anybody know if Carla is going to do her Sunday stream? Ooh, that sounds fun, Renee. Love you. If I see you guys, maybe I'll see you on Sunday at Carla Caged Fish, her live stream. If not, I'll see you on Tuesday. Also, if you guys want to continue live streaming and listening and chatting, head over to Stacy at Pink Poodle Crafts. You will love her. She is fun, fun, fun. And I don't know who else is live tonight, you guys. I'm not all there. Oh, Linda, give Richard a big love. Tell him that I'm happy he hangs out with us and does the woo-woo. Yes, aloha to you guys, too. I love you guys so much. And I'll see you again on Tuesday. And thanks for hanging out with me. And always, you guys, from my heart to your heart, I'm sending you so much aloha. And I'll see you on Sunday at Carly Cage Fish. If not, I'll see you Tuesday. All right, bye, guys. Love you. Oh, give Richard big hugs for us, Linda. All right, love you guys.